honors, praises, and glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Wahavaka Kwadash, and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, I mean a very, very, very few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. It's going to be something different now. Get back on prophecies now, right? We're going to get back on prophecies. The gang stalking, I think we gave that enough coverage, right? Now we're going to go back in prophecy, because prophecy is the main thing. Hold on just a minute. All right? And what does prophecy mean? To say before. Not everybody has that gift. Some of us do, some of us don't. Whatever you have, whatever capacity is in for you to teach. All right? You have a gift. Okay? So we're going to start. Let's start on Matthew 24 and 12. Right? And it says, and because iniquity shall abound. So what's iniquity? Iniquity is many sins, right? The love of many shall wax cold. So therefore the love of many is waxing cold. Why? Because iniquity is abounding. It means it's increasing. So at the times we're living in, sin is multiplying. Sin, they're trying to make it fashionable now. Okay? So therefore it says the love of many shall wax cold. So we're in that time right now. People are turning cold, right? Real cold, real impatient, real stubborn, real evil. We're in them times now. Okay? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So we got to endure. We're going to go to Psalms 74 and 20. It says, have respect unto the covenant, for the dark places of the earth are full of the habitations of cruelty. That's why, we need to keep the covenant, which is the covenant, the laws. Why? Because the dark places of the earth. So there's places upon earth that are dark. There's certain places on earth you don't really want to be there. And if your eyes were open up to the spiritual realm, you would probably see lizards, jellyfish, all type of monsters and creatures on these buildings. This is very real. Okay? So there's certain places upon earth that are highly demonic. They're known as demonic hotspots. Clubs, that's a demonic hotspot. Lodges, that's a demonic hotspot. A church can even be a demonic hotspot. Okay? If it doesn't have the covering of the Lord Yahweh Shai. There's many hotspots upon earth. Okay? So we went to that. And because of the love is many of waxing cold, let's also go to this 2nd Ezra chapter 8. And we're going to go straight to verse. You know what? There's a lot here. 50. Right? We go to verse 48. In this also thou art marvelous before the Most High, in that thou hast humbled thyself as it is becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. For many great miseries shall be done in them to them, right? In the latter time shall dwell in the world. So it says many great miseries is going to be done to them that dwell in the world. Many, not a few, not some, many. So you're going to see a lot of miseries upon earth. And in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked, key thing, they have walked in great pride. And one thing the Lord hates is pride. So lucky about the noise. That's, the noise campaigns and all that. That's, ambulance trucks and, you already know what it is, parents. They try to mess with your mind and all that. So it says that I walked in great pride. So the Lord's coming to judge this place. Why? Because one thing he hates the most is pride. So he's going to judge the people for their pride as well. But understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like unto thee. So it says, understand for yourself. You got to get this wisdom. You got to get this understanding for yourself. Key thing, understand for thyself. You understand? And seek out the glory for such as be like thee. Quickly go to Timothy's. Go to Timothy. So we got to search this word out for ourselves. Seek. You're seeking at your own salvation. Let's also grab Timothy's. Okay. Let's go to Timothy's as well. So this is Timothy's 2 and 2. And the things which thou hast heard among me, among many witnesses. Okay. The same commit to faithful men. You understand? Those of you see that among many witnesses commit to faithful men. So we're supposed to commit this word unto other faithful men who shall be able to teach others. Okay. Back to Second Ezra's. And jump straight to, hold on just a minute. We got Second Ezra's chapter 8 and 50. 51, but understand for thyself and seek out the glory, key thing, for such as be like unto thee. For unto you is paradise opened, and the tree of life. What does that represent? It says paradise and the tree of life. So what's the tree of life? The kingdom. Right? That's what we're seeking. The kingdom, man, is planted. Check this out. And it's made ready. A city is builded, and the rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. Right? Key thing. Perfect goodness and wisdom. So that's what we're supposed to be seeking out. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and moth is hid from you. Corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. It says it. Corruption is fled into hell. So corruption will have no rule over the hopeful elect. Okay, it says it's fled from thee. Okay, and it says, Babakasha, souls are past, and in the end is showed treasure of immortality. So that's what we're waiting for, the treasures of immortality. What's immortality? Everlasting life. So that's what treasures we're focusing on, the treasures of immortality, of everlasting life. Right? And therefore ask no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. Don't ask no more questions. It says a multitude is going to perish. Multitude. That's many people, you know. Many people are going to perish. The people that you see every day, they're going to perish if they're not in the Lord. The multitude will perish. Right? You got to think upon these scriptures. Think upon these scriptures. Which the multitude shall perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law. So these were the people that thought scorn of the Heavenly Father's law. They didn't think much of it. Okay? And forsook his ways. That's why we got to keep his commandments. Keep it to the best of your ability. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous and said in their heart, there is no God. Yeah, and that knowing they must die. These are those that don't believe. Right? For as things aforesaid shall receive you, so first and pain are prepared for them, for it was not his will that men should come to naught. But they that which be created have defiled the name of him that made them. and were unthankful unto him, which prepared life for them. You see, unthankful to who? Yahweh Shai, man, and God, Yahweh. So that's why we have to be thankful as well. The multitude are going to perish in vain. Okay, they were born in vain. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things have I not showed unto all. Going back to what? Matthew 13 and 10. It's given unto you to know the mysteries. Given unto you to know them parables. Okay? But unto thee, and a few like thee. So listen, this is unto, and a few. See, this is spiritual. And it also says in Matthew's, right? There only be few that be saved. It says that in Luke, few that be saved. Many are on the broad path to destruction. Okay? And a few like thee, then I answered and said, Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of thy wonders, which thou will begin to do in the last times. So we're going to start seeing these things now. Right? We're going to start seeing these things. Right? But at what time thou hast not showed me? So there's not a particular time that the Lord has showed us. Let's go to Matthew. See, scriptures are popping up now. We don't know the time. That's why the Lord Jehovah said, watch. We don't know. There's not a particular time you can put on it. Because neither does the Father know. Okay? Doesn't know. Excuse me, my hay fever. Hay fever coming in now. So where was I? We don't know the exact time. But we have an idea. So let's get this. This is Matthew's 24. Matthew's 24, and we're going to go straight to verse. I think we should start at verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man, and then shall all the tribes. You know what? Go to verse 20. There's a lot. Let's go. You know what? Let's go to Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except, key thing, except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. So the days are being shortened now. What? For the elect, right? And Lord willing, we are those men. When if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Mashiach there, believe it not. Why? Because there's going to be false miracles. And these miracles are going to be done through technology and so forth, as you can see. Because you still got people today, guess what, using technology, and they're being controlled, manipulated, and they're like robots, basically. So this same type of technology is going to be used on the masses. Okay? Some call it metronome. By the way, a lot of what you see people do is called metronome technology, where they're being controlled by technology. There's a voice speaking to them in their ear, and they're taking that instruction. Same type of technology that's being used. And it says, and except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the days are being shortened. Bro, this excited. Brothers, you're supposed to get excited when you're listening to this. Okay? The days are being shortened. Do you really want to be here another 10 years? Do you really want to be here another 20 years? Bro, this place is wicked. So Yahweh is speeding things up for his elect's sake. Lest there be no, it says there would be no more flesh to be saved. Why? Because this man's running everything into the ground, destroying the world, man. 1 verse 24, 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Mashiach, or there, believe it not. Don't believe them. 1 verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs, which means messiahs, false prophets, and shall show great signs. We're in that time now. That's why there's so many false prophets. That's why it says in John, test the what's it? Hold on. What was it? Test the spirit by the spirit, because there be many false prophets that have gone out into the world. Okay. And false Christ, false prophets, and show great signs. So they're going to deceive you by signs. But these signs are counterfeit signs. It's magic, right? Magic. That's the signs. And wonders. In so much that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. This should bring you comfort. If you're of the elect, you can't be deceived. It says, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So most of the deception that you see during this time, who's it catered to? Huh? It's catered to the elect. Because it does say, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But it's not possible. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that's why deception is so heavily pushed. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the deserts, go not forth. Key thing, go not forth. So this is going to be done through technology. You know that, right? And this technology is already being used now. People are being controlled, bro. Go not there. What? Behold, he is in the secret chambers. Believe it not. For as lightning cometh out of the east and shineth unto the west, so shall also the coming of Son of Man be. So Yahushua is going to come from the east to the west. And it says, Babakashah, for so wherever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Wherever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. So the carcass would be Yahushua, and the eagles would be gathered together, right? The elect, where Yahushua is. Yahushua said, my sheep hear my voice. Okay? And it says, immediately after the tribulation of those days. So before all this happens, you know there's going to be great tribulation. That's why we're being toughened now. That's why we're being built up. Right? That's why we're being built up. Right? So we can make it through these tough times. And it says, immediately after the tribulation of those days the sun shall be darkened. So yeah, the sun's going to be darkened. Shut out. Told you that in Revelations, I think it's 5 or 4. And the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. It says it. The stars shall fall from heaven. You know? Your actors, you're hearing about actors dropping dead. Your entertainers, and so forth. And the powers of heaven shall be shaken. What's the powers of heaven? What's your powers of heaven? Right? The rulers, right? Those that are in authority, they're going to be shaken. It says it. The powers of heaven shall be shaken. You can bet on these scriptures. Excuse me. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Key thing. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Who's Yahushua? That's who we're waiting for, man. Then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So that's what we're waiting upon. We're waiting upon Yahushua. We just have to be patient, bro. We know it's coming. Look at all the things that are happening upon the earth. Right? Just be patient. Right? Be patient, be patient, be patient. Okay. And this chap's right here on the camera. This is he looks like, what do you call it? They send what's this program? It's ex-parliamentary. That means it could be IRA, anyone. They send people our way, but don't worry about that. We're being toughened up right now. We're being strengthened for the times to come. Okay. And it says, and he shall send. Am I moving too far? I hope I'm not moving too fast. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Woo! Power. Bro, you can't you can't come up against Yahushua, man, and win. Right? You can't come up against God and win. Bro, It's a lose-lose situation for you, Esau. Your arms are too short to box with God. And it says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and he shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Right? Key thing, one end of the earth to the other, because we're scattered. And also read Revelation 7 chapter. It talks about that the four winds, right? The angels holding back the four winds for the elect. Okay. See what else we got? And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and he shall gather together his elect from the four winds of heaven into the end of heaven to the other. Now learn the parable of the fig tree when its branches get tender and putteth forth leaves. You know that summer is nigh. Right? So that's how you know. When everything starts budding. And it says, Baba Kishore, so likewise ye, when you shall see all these things, know that it is near, it is even at the doors. So it's near. Your Habasha is on his way. Keep the faith. There's people out here trying to break us down. Keep the faith. Right? Don't break. Don't break. Don't fold. Your Habasha is on his way if you endure. Okay? Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. Key thing, heaven and earth shall pass away. So therefore, that's going to happen. How? By permanent nuclear destruction. US, Pakistan, Iran, Israeli. This is how this is going to happen, man. Right? So they got these individuals just sitting there, bro, just being idiots. You know what I'm saying? Because they just want attention, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? But this is what they do. They hire out military for brothers, man, to watch us. Bro, we don't care, man. We're teaching this word, man. Then they want to do, what's their tactics? They got their dogs, right? What's the tactic? I done a lesson on that. What's it called? That's it. Pavlov. You know they use their dogs. It's called Pavlov conditioning. So they've been trying these methods for years and years. It's called Pavlovian conditioning. That doesn't work with us, by the way. If you're under the rules of Yahweh Shai, it can't work. So anyway, let's continue. So likewise, ye, when you shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. Right? This generation, this is how you know it's the same generation that was back here in Yahweh's time 2,000 years ago. That's how you know. Okay? To all things be fulfilled. So what needs to be fulfilled? These prophecies. Okay? And it says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. So these words are very powerful. Baba Kushar, Baba Kushar. Yeah, check this other individual as well. Yeah. Yeah, bro, this is how powerful brothers are. This is how powerful brothers are, bro. You know what I'm saying? Military. I sense military. Just look at what they always try to blend in with public, right? Have you noticed that lately? The military tried to blend in with public. Yeah, no, the walk just gives you away, man. The walk just gives you away. Trying to wear normal clothes. The walk just gives you away. Yeah, bro, you know, gang stalking is a, what do they call it? Ex-parliamentary program as well. But we're going to focus on this. Let's not get distracted now. Let's focus on this, Baba Kushar. Let's continue, Baba Kushar. Salakia. So we're being trained up right now. Right? We're being trained up in this war. Okay? See what else we get? Baba Kushar. Hold on just a minute. Things are going to get hectic. We need to build up your faith. I want to go to Isaiah 33 and 6. Build your faith up. Because if you're getting shaky now and nothing's really happened like that, How you going to make it when all hell breaks loose? Hmm? So we got Isaiah 33 and 6, right? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? Wisdom, right? And knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So that's what's going to keep you stable. The wisdom that you've learned, right? Everything you've been learning, that's for that time. Are you going to apply it? Wisdom and knowledge shall be that stability. So this was going to keep you stable in the time to come. Okay? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Okay? And the strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. You understand? The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So guess what you got to do? Fear the Lord. Fear the Lord. Right? Because wisdom's good, but if the wisdom's not applied, it's not going to do you anything. It's the fear of the Lord, and that's the beginning of wisdom. That's what's going to get you through these real perilous times. I want to also go to Timothy's. Let's go. Just flow in with the Spirit right now. Have to get back into prophecy. All right, we're going to go to Timothy's. Hold on just a minute. We're living in some perilous times. Perilous. This week, bro, as you can see, it's been tough. Right? They've been trying to get into my head again. They do it every day. Try to get into my head. These people, they're nobodies, man. They're nobodies. Let's go to Timothy's, Baba Kushon. This is First Timothy's 2 and 3. Risk know also that in the last days, perilous times. Perilous times means cautionary times. All right? Men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. So what in them times now? Right? Unholy, unthankful, right? Disobedient to parents. Right? Key thing, disobedient. Oh shit, they're trying to hit me with frequencies now. Flipping out. Bear me just a minute. Let me move. I just gotta move this seat. Rotted. Trying to hit me with frequencies in my headpiece. Let me just move this up. All right, let me just move this seat now, Baba Krishan. All right, this is 2 Timothy 3. And where was we? Without natural affection. They don't have true love. Truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Traitors, heady, right? High-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of what? God. You see what I'm saying? Bad attributes, right? And it says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. So they have a form of godliness, but they deny the power. They deny the power of Yahweh Shai. That's what they be doing, man. All right? It says having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. So from these type of people, yeah, you turn away from them, man. From these such people. All right? Yeah, but you still got this guy just sitting here, bro. All the places he could have sat sits right in front of me. Right in front of me like a doofus. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, bro, brothers, just wait on Yahweh Shai, man. That's all we can do is wait on Yahweh Shai. That's all we can do. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Why did they do that? Because they want to provoke a reaction, bro. Brothers, we're not gonna get caught up in, Lord willing, in no madness, man. We ain't getting caught up in no madness, man. But these are the type of people that drive people to do mad stuff. We're not getting caught up in that. We're staying in the scriptures, man. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. We're doing a little social conditioning and shit. So, brothers, you gotta be built up for the time to come. See what else we got. See what else we got. Um, Bear me just a minute. See what else we can find. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. He answered me then and said, measure out the time diligently in itself. How do we measure the time? You measure it by what? The scriptures. Hmm? That's how you measure the time. You measure the time by the scriptures, man. Right? By prophecies. And when thou seest part of a science past, which I have told thee before, when shall I understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made? So what signs? Blood moon, floods, hurricanes, wars, all these things. These are all signs of the coming of the Messiah. When should I understand that it's the very same time when the highest begin to visit the world which he made? Wherefore, when you shall see earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world, then should I well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. How? Through his prophets. The prophets always warned you, look, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Get right. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. So you would be able to see these things in the end time, signs, plains, wonders. Okay. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works. Does the works matter? Yeah, it says by his works, but the works was a manifestation of your faith that you had. Okay. And by faith, whereby you have believed. So you're going to be saved by the faith in Yahweh. Shall be preserved from said perils and shall see my salvation in my land. Right? Key thing, in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Who was sanctified? The elect. So they were going to see these things in the last days, the miracles, the signs, right? And we even see it now, right? You see them chariots. Some of you brothers are seeing chariots. Some of you brothers are seeing what's it, the 444, bro. All this week I've seen that, bro. The 444, and it shows you, bro, you're doing the right thing. The Lord's gonna give you signs like keep on going. Okay, don't be discouraged. Brothers are going through a lot, man. And it says, check this out. And they shall be in pitiful case which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such in their life have received benefits, and that they have not known me. What's that? The word of the Lord is beneficial, right? And it says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them. That's why repentance is key. Okay? Understood not, but despised it. Are you listening? The same must know it after death by pain. Okay? And therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when but inquire how the righteous shall be saved. So you're supposed to be inquiring, how are the righteous going to make it? Not the ungodly, bro. We're not listen. The scripture says in Revelations, if anyone be filthy, let him be filthy. If anyone be unjust, paraphrasing, let him be unjust. Right? Care about the elect. And therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when but inquire how the righteous shall be saved. Whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. So the world was created and formed for the elect. Okay. When I answered, I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and I will speak it hereafter. But there be many more of them which perish than men of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop, And he answered me, saying, like as the field is, so is the seed, as the flowers must be, such as the colors. Also such as the workman is, such as the work. And as the husbandman is himself, so is the husbandry also. For it was the time of the world. And now when I prepared the world which was not yet made, even for them dwelling that now live. Now man spake against me. For then everyone obeyed, right, the law, right? But now the manners of them which created in the world, which is made corrupted by a perpetual seed and by a law. You see? Oh yeah, he's got off the phone now. Thank God. Spare me just a minute. Right? And it says, Baba Kishore, so I considered the world, and the peril which was because of the device which will come of it. And I saw and I spared it greatly and kept me a grape. Oh yes, a grape of a cluster and of a great people. So who's that grape of a cluster? Right? It's Israel. All right? Israel is the grape of the cluster. And the grape of the cluster represents the elect that's being preserved. I hope this is edifying. I hope I'm not moving too fast. All right? Baba Kishar. And it says, nevertheless, if thou will cease yet 7 days more, but if thou will fast, right, in there, but go in the field of flowers. I'm in the field right now, brothers, where no house is builded, eat only flowers of the field. So now this is Ezra's talking about. He was commanded to go, right, in the field, Baba Kishar. Yes. Yes, baby. he's gone now. You see what I mean? Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm putting you on game about this program. Right? We're going to get back to it. But brothers, please pay attention to my videos. Putting you on game. See, he's gone now. You see? It's not real, bro. Some fake control. I'm actually controlling him. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm controlling them. Bro, don't fall for the tactics, man. And that guy had a deep Irish accent, by the way. He's probably, what they call it, parliamentary. Right? So, of course, looks like ex-military. But anyway, let's get back to this, Baba Kishore. But go into the field of the flowers, right? He's looking at his hand. And it says, Baba Kishore, and it says, but go into the field with the flowers where no house is built. And this is why I keep saying, brothers, stop calling other brothers and sisters mad. You don't know what brothers may go through, man. You don't know what brothers go through before you jump to conclusions, man. All right? So it says, Baba Kishore, but go into the field of flowers where no house is builded. Eat only the flowers of the field. Taste no flesh. Drink no wine. That's fasting. Right? Well, actually, he was eating flowers of the flesh. Right? But taste no flesh. Drink no wine. In other words, eat no chicken, eat no meat. Right? And drink no wine. Okay? But eat flowers only. Key thing. Eat flowers only. So this is how he was getting these revelations, because when you deny your flesh, the Lord can give you more revelations. And pray unto the highest continually. And this goes for me, like, there's certain things I need to be doing more for Yahweh Shai. Fast more, pray more, continually. That's how you get them breakthroughs. Pray unto the highest continually. Then I will come and talk with thee. See, this is heavy. Then I will come and talk with thee. So the Lord needs us to do particular things for us to get to that next level. Whether that be wisdom, whether that's a stronghold, whether that's anything. Right? And it says, Baba Kishore, where was I pray unto the highest continually, then I will come and talk with thee. The Lord's always there. Yahweh is always there. But guess what he needs? Us to what? Be obedient to what he wants. Not do our own thing. Okay? And I will come to talk with thee. So I went my way into the field, which is called Adaf, like as he commanded me. And there I sat upon the flowers, among the flowers, and did eat the herbs of the field. And the meat, right, of the same satisfied me. After 7 days I sat upon the grass, and my heart was vexed within me, like as before. And because you're more serious, hold on. As a commanded me that it was herbs, eat the herbs and the meat of the same satisfy me. And I was vexed within me like as before. Wow. So another thing, you notice when you deprive yourself of foods and certain things, you're more serious. You have a serious presence about you. You know that? When you deprive your flesh. And it says, and I opened my mouth and began to talk before the Most High and said, O Lord, thou that showest thyself unto us, thou wast shown unto our fathers in the wilderness, in a place where no man treadeth, in a barren place, when they came out of Egypt. And thou spakest, saying, Hear me, O Israel, and mark my words, thou seed of Jacob. For I behold and saw my law in you, and it shall bring fruit in you, and you shall be honored in it forever. Okay? But our fathers which received, right, the law kept it not. You always had the disobedient ones as well. They're the ones that were murmuring in the wilderness and observed not the ordinances. And though the fruits, of thy law did not perish, neither could it, for it was thine. Yet they that received it perished, because they kept not the thing that was sown in them. Right? That's why they perished. They weren't obedient. And lo, it is a custom when the ground have received seed, or the sea a ship, or any vessel meat or drink, that being perished wherein it was sown or cast into. I hope I'm not moving too fast, by the way. Check this out. I'm so lucky if I sound groggy, my hay fever's come back. I knew it would come back. That thing also which was sown or cast therein or received doth perish, and remaineth not with us. But with us it have not happened so. For we that have received the law perish by sin, and our heart also received it. Notwithstanding the law perisheth not, but remaineth in his force. The law is still in force. How do you know it's still in force? Because you still keep it. If you keep a beard on your face, if you keep the Sabbath, it still remains. And when I spake these things in my heart, I looked back with my eyes, and upon the right side I saw a woman, and behold, she mourned and wept with a loud voice, and was much grieved in heart, which means mind. Right? And her clothes were rent, and she had ashes on her head. Then let my thoughts go that was in, and turned me unto her. I said unto her, Wherefore weepest thou? Why art thou so grieved in thy mind? And she said unto me, Sir, let me alone, that I may bewail myself and add my sorrow. For I am sore vexed in my mind and brought very low. And I said unto her, What aileth thee? In other words, what bothereth thee? Tell me. She said unto me, I, thy servant, have been barren and had no child, though I had a husband 30 years. And those 30 years, right, I did nothing else day and night, and every hour but make prayer to the highest. And after 30 years, God heard me, thy handmaid. Look upon my misery, consider my trouble, and gave me a son. Right? And I was very glad of him. So my husband also, and all my neighbors, and we gave great honor unto the Almighty. And I nourished him with great travail. So when he grew up and came to the time that he should have a wife, I made a feast. All right. I don't want to go into all this. There's so much here, Baba Kishore. But you see how there was revelations given to Ezra. And these revelations were considered the last days. Everything was given to him. And a lot of people that are prophets, they don't call themselves prophets. You know that, right? They don't call themselves prophets. They are prophets. Why? Because they're visionaries. They are seers. Right? What's a seer? A seer can see into the future. He tells you about events that are going to happen before they happen. Right? Martial law, rioting, Jacob's trouble is known as Jacob's trouble in the Bible that shall come upon the whole earth. Let's see if we can find it. Matthews. And you still got people playing games out here, man. You still got people playing games out here. Let's go to Matthews, Baba Kishore. And this is going to come up on the whole entire earth as well. The day of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be like a time never, ever, ever, ever seen before. And all you can do is pray that the Lord gives you the strong spirit to be able to endure in those times. Because guess what? A lot of these people, they're not going to be able to at all. You had people breaking down during the COVID pandemic. You had people committing suicide during the COVID pandemic. I never forget when some woman said, what did she say? She said, oh my God, I can't, what did she say? I can't take it or whatever. Listen, that's nothing compared to what you're going to see. Nothing. Right? People are all depressed because they couldn't get out of their house. So let's go to Revelations, Baba Kashar. Just a minute. Can't find it right now. All right, this is Revelations 3. And we're going to jump straight to verse 10. And it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Let me just pan the camera. Another individual looking at his handler. Looking around for the handler. You see, baby. Yeah, read. Looking out for his handler. Right? So because you have kept that patience, I will keep you from the hour of temptation. So guess what? There's a lot of temptations that we're going through now, but the Lord's going to keep us from the hour of temptation. Okay? Which is going to be what? The RFID chip, when you're going to be what? Forced to take it. And if you don't take it, you're going to be considered some type of dissident. That's what you're going to be considered. All right? You're going to be outcasted from society, which they're already doing that to brothers, right? You being gang stalked, you're being outcasted from society. You know what I'm saying? This is the main goal. Okay. And it says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Right? To try them. So like all the earth to try them. So bro, this is the ultimate test. This is the ultimate test. The hour of Jacob's trouble. Temptation, the main temptation is going to be the RFID chip. Read Revelations 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small, great, rich, poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And whoever receiveth not cannot buy nor sell. That word for mark is charagma. It says incision, imprint, stamp, belonging to the Antichrist. And it also says branding of a horse. You know when you're branding a horse? Or you brand anything, that means you own it. So the people that rule this society, they want you branded with a mark. And that mark is the chip. Okay. So these things are going to come upon the earth. Right? And it says, to try them upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. So the Lord's on his way. Just say that I come quickly. Right? Check this out again. I'm just panning the camera so you can see what's going on. And you've got some individuals in the bushes now. Hold on, check this out. Some weird business going on. You see this? You know what I mean? Right, let's get back to it, Baba Kashar. So, yeah. Baba Kashar, this is you prepare your mind. And the only way you're going to get through it is through the Lord, Yahweh Shai. You're not going to get through this by yourself, by your own mind. Oh, in that time, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, has to be with you. Has to be. Because if he ain't with you, that's it. You're going to be like a lot of these people. Done. Just walking around in circles, oblivious to what's really going on. Okay? So we really, really have to get tapped in. Tap into the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Tap in. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Right? Tap into the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shai. Right? Commit yourself. See what else we got. Behold, I come quickly. So Yahweh Shai's on his way. See, this is reassurance. Behold, I come quickly. Right? It's not going to take... He's coming quick. So wait. He also says that in Zephaniah. Wait until I rise up to the prey. Right? Right now, what a prey. Right? Rise up. To what raise up to the prey. The Lord's gonna rise up to the prey, man. Hold fast that which thou hasn't. Let no man take thy crown. What do we have? We have this word, which is Yahweh Shai. Hold fast to it. Satan's out here trying to take that crown. Right? Don't let him take it. Oh, he wants to take that crown so bad. Don't let him take it. Hold on to it. You know, bro, you know how many people are being used against us as well? And now we've covered that. I want to talk about this. I'm not going to give it too much energy. Yeah, you're being watched. You're being watched and so forth. And it's a lot. There is a lot. There's more than you think. It's not everyone, but then there's more than you think that are coming up against you. Now, it's not hard to understand. You know, when it says in John 8:32, you're going to know the truth and the truth's going to make you free. And when you go to, what else? Isaiah 60, arise for the light has come and it's shone upon thee and gross darkness has covered the earth. You got to come to the conclusion, hold on a minute. You do know you're teaching the scriptures, and the scriptures, you're teaching it uncut, raw. Most, not all, most people, they're in darkness, right? So how do you think they're going to react to certain things that are being said? Bro, you're bringing out topics that some people would never, ever even dare speak about. And I was watching a video, some individual said, you know what? It's best to act dumb and stay silent. What he meant by that is, yeah, you can be smart, you can be highly intelligent, but you're talking about certain things, and the people out here, a lot of them, they're not ready for it. They're not ready for it. Or the topic may be very controversial. So therefore, what's that, military plane? Yeah, military spy plane. So therefore, what do you think people are going to do? If you now, my thing, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with what the individual said. You know why? Because the scriptures do talk about you expose the works of darkness. That's what you do. There's many scriptures. Scripture says, who shall stand up for me against the evildoers? So, do you bring out truth? Yeah. But there is a time to speak and there's a time to keep silent. Right? And there is a time where you present stuff and there's a time you keep your mouth closed. Now, when he's saying you act dumb, if you're smart, in part of acting dumb, it says in Matthew 10:16, I sent you forth as sheep amongst wolves. So that's, yeah, the acting dumb or docile, but you're really smart. Because, yeah, now if people know you're intelligent, you're smart, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? They're going to keep an eye on you. They're going to keep an eye on you. Obviously, now if you're dumb or you're smart, but you come across as dumb and people don't know you're smart, they ain't really going to be checking you like that. So that's what he meant. Because I was watching some video on some individual, I'm not going to mention his name. The more you know, and the more people know you know, that's what's going to make you a target. So if you didn't, it's all right to know, but if you're not mentioning certain things, then others are not going to know. So one of the reasons for your targeting, brothers, is because you speak about things that others may want to speak about, but they can't speak about it because they're scared. That's why. That's why. Why was Malcolm X? And I'm not no Malcolm X, by the way. I'm not no Martin Luther. Why was Malcolm X targeted? Even though he was teaching something completely different, why was he targeted? There was an interview, I can't find it right now, but the interview was saying, he said his surveillance was so heavy, so heavy. He said he couldn't even walk, right? Take one pace, without that one pace being monitored. That's how heavily he was under surveillance. Heavily. I'm talking about Malcolm X. Right? Malcolm X, was he highly intelligent? Yeah, the man was highly intelligent. And he used to go to 34th Street and he used to learn also. He knew about the Hebrew Israelite. He knew about all of it. But the man was highly intelligent. People that are highly intelligent, know a lot, smart, and know the system, they're the type of people, they get watched. Now, Martin Luther King, yeah, Martin Luther King, his whole thing was, nah, don't be violent, because if you're violent, now they're going to have a reason to arrest you and attack you. Because remember, at that time of Martin Luther King, you had the Ku Klux Klan and so forth, and they were sending dogs, and dogs were biting black women's breast and hurting people. There was a lot of racism there. So Martin Luther King, his thing was, we're going to do this peaceful. We're going to do it peacefully and so forth. But this man had a following. I don't agree. I'm not really into none of them. But they had a following. So his thing was be peaceful. So that way they can say, look, we're not violent. But he was still set up. Martin Luther King was set up by the Jewish League. So a lot of these so-called leaders, some of them were somewhat compromised anyway. And when they start speaking, they get taken out. But the thing is the difference. What's the difference between them and me? I'm not compromised. I'm not compromised to any type of organization. So I can speak freely on these topics. Yeah. Certain people say if you speak about that, they kill you and they take you out. Yeah, that's people, right? That are compromised. That's people that have sold their soul. They're the ones that get taken out if they speak about something because they break the oath. Right? They break the oath. Like a lot of your rappers. In Tupac, he broke the oath. That's why you don't sell your soul. Right? So just know you're being watched because you speak the truth. Yahweh, he was the truth on earth. He was being watched. It says that in Luke 21, they watched him. Everything he done, they were watching. So embrace it. Don't overload yourself with cares. Embrace it. Grow. Do better. And I know a lot of people are looking at me and you're guessing. I'm going to answer your question right now. A lot of you are looking at me and saying, which I don't really care about all that. And a lot of people are saying, hold on a minute, he's got all that freedom. Why did he go in? Why did he go in here? Why did he go in there? He's actually free. Why is he staying around us? I'm not one to make excuses. I'm kind of saving up. And I don't have, I'm not making excuses, but I don't have the luxury to be traveling from Luxembourg and Australia. Some people have that luxury. So what I have a bicycle. So what I do, I move around with that bicycle. Okay. Sometimes I go miles, sometimes I don't. But you got a lot of people watching me, right? Which I'm aware of. And I hear what some of them are saying. Some of them are saying, oh, but do something a bit different. Look, Lord willing, listen. Lord willing, in due time, I will. Lord willing, if the Lord permits it. But right now, you got to kind of save this bill, so you got to save in it. You know what I'm saying? But it's about the word. It's not about what you want. Stop doing what other people want. If you're doing what other people want, you don't become authentic anymore. It's not about what they want. I'm always open to advice, but it's not about what they want. It's about what Yahweh wants. Okay? Who knows next? Who knows what the Lord's got in store for me next? Who knows? Be patient. Sometimes, no, the Lord wants you to stay in one place. Be patient, and He's going to direct you in where you need to go, what you need to do. Okay? So I'm going to shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. And it's so important, brothers. You get out in the wilderness, man. Get out in the wilderness to calm your minds, because there's a lot of chaos out here. There's chaos demons, a lot of witchcraft. It's being sent our way as well. Right? There's a lot of things happening. So you come out into the wilderness, balance yourself out. And that's what you gotta do, man. Balance yourself out. Because there's people out here trying to destroy us. Right? And so forth. Baba Kishore. Right? This thing is real, bro. I ain't making this up. I believe I was targeted. I believe I was targeted from birth. Real talk. I believe I was targeted from birth. These things happen, and it's unfortunate, really. You know what I mean? But we have to endure, man. He that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. Okay. So that's what we gotta do, Baba Kashai. Endure, endure, endure. Okay. So I'm gonna shut off here, and on to the next time. And you can tell these are listen. Before we shut off, hold on just a minute. Yeah, these are the type of people that are running your program, man. Come on. All right. These are the ones that are running your program. All right. But I'm gonna shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next time, Shalom. And you brothers, stay safe out there. Protect your peace as well. Till the next time, Shalom.